welcome to Entry Level Mums, guys. It's nice to be back.
Welcome back.
My name is Nazra,
I'm Sawiya.
as you already know. If you don't, make sure to follow us, like and subscribe, jump on our socials. We always forget to tell people that, don't we?
We have to keep reminding them.
Make sure you
innit?
comment, make sure you send it to everyone that you know. And thank you for joining us on our journey if you've been here. Because we got some loyal,
Bruh, we got some loyal people, man. And look, every single person who sent me messages saying congrats.
Yeah.
Have you seen our YouTube comments on our last video?
They're so sweet.
These people are so sweet, man. Thank you, man.
Sawiya, man, you're back.
I'm back and I'm better.
You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it would take you a while longer, you know?
Nah, man, I wanted to get out of the house.
Bro, let's get into this.
If you know, you know.
Oh my God, let's get into this. Planned C-section.
Let's get into it, man. So as you know, I'm now a mother of 2. Isn't that crazy?
Do you remember? Okay, so we went to visit Sawiya, yeah? We went to visit Sawiya and your mum said Sawiya and her kids. And then we all went, what? And then we all went, wait a minute. She has kids with an S now.
That actually scares me, though.
That's mad.
Me?
Literally, when your mum said, oh, Sawiya and her kids, I was like, kids? Kids with an S.
I'm actually laughing.
It was mad. Literally, we all giggled. We had a little giggle, didn't we?
I'm actually laughing. No, it's actually mad because I was so used to just Jenna for 3 years. And now it's...
Just Jenna.
Now it's children.
Children.
Now it's plural.
Before
There's
it was
2 of them.
child.
Before it's just Jenna.
Sawiya and her child.
My goodness. Anyways,
Oh, how is he?
he's doing good, man.
doing good.
He's up all night.
Oh.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep today. He's up all night and sleeping the whole day. But I had a little routine, side topic, during Ramadan, because I'm up all night, Hassan comes in the morning, literally grabs him, takes him downstairs, and I will sleep until I'm tired of sleeping.
Oh.
And then I usually wake up just before iftar, come downstairs and eat iftar, like I've been fasting all day. I have been fasting all day.
Yeah, you was asleep.
Technically. But it's like, I'm only eating 1 meal a day, man. Like, my appetite's gone. I don't eat. Anyways, we'll get to all of that.
I used to have that problem as well, but at least you're eating 1 meal a day. I don't think I was eating any meals.
Yeah.
I was living off snacks, and that's not it.
And I'm choosing sleep over food, I can't lie.
I'm not going to lie to you. You need sleep more than food right now.
Yeah.
But you need both, because breast milk.
Yeah. Oh, breast milk. Oh. Breastfeeding is a whole different... All right, let's get into it.
First of all, I want to know, the last time we came here on here, you were about to have a planned C-section.
Yeah.
How did it go? Tell me everything.
Okay, so, man, we got to the hospital 7 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning, they said come into the hospital, yeah. So we go there, and just before going to the hospital, obviously, I banged out the best Fajr prayer I've ever prayed in my life.
Oh, Allahumma barik.
You know them ones? Banged out Fajr now, because I'm like, this is probably the last prayer I'm going to pray in, like, for how many weeks, because I'm not praying it.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just bang out Fajr prayer, make some dua, and we move. This was like the 3rd day of Ramadan as well. So I was already feeling, you know, calm, zen. I was like, the blessed month is here. It'll be okay. Everything will be okay. So we got to the hospital now and we had to be in a waiting room. Bro, we got there at 7. We had to change into like the hospital gown. Hassan had to put on the scrubs and everything.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 chairs in the waiting room. So there was 3 other ladies that were going to come in. And I was told to sit in chair number 2. So I'm like, right, I'm going to be the second person to go in. That's what I thought.
Oh.
Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So we waiting. The second couple come in, then the third, and then the fourth. And then a doctor comes in and speaks to each person. And I can hear the conversations with each person. So they basically trying to see who they're going to prioritize for the surgery. So
What
they're
do you
speaking
mean
to
prioritize?
So it depends on the woman that's come in. So for example, there was a woman that came in who's an older mum, and she's got a pacemaker in. So she's got like a heart problem, right? So as soon as I heard her say that, I was like, yeah, she's gonna go in before me because I don't have. Do you know what I mean? There's priorities. There was another woman next to me who had twins, right? And the other one, I couldn't hear what she was saying. But I was sitting there and I was looking at Hassan and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be the last one, I think. I'm going to be the last one. I was the third.
Okay.
So we were there from 7 and I didn't go in until, they didn't call me until 12:30. We were sitting there for 5 hours, bro. Yeah. Anyways, I was fine the whole time. But when we walked into the operating room and I saw the room, the theatre, I was like, oh my God, that's when I started to get nervous. Like I got really anxious. Because it's like before, first time around, because it was an emergency situation and I was so off the gas and air. I couldn't deep that I was walking into, like I was being wheeled into an operating room.
Yeah.
This time around, I'm just walking in and I'm like, bruh.
Is it what they say? Is it always really cold in there?
No, I don't know. Maybe I was too nervous to clock. I don't know.
Because they always say it's freezing in there.
Yeah. So I walked in, I sat on the bed, and this is when they were putting in the spinal anesthetic, yeah. My goodness, it was fucking painful, man. Bruh. Like when he injected me, I felt like one side of my body, I had this weird nerve pain, and I was like, ow! And he was like, was that painful? Like he started panicking, and I'm like, is that supposed to happen, my G? He's like, is it painful? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, where do you feel the pain? I was like, on my right side. And he was like, okay. And then he did it again, and I felt it on my left side. So he probably thought, let me just add more onto this side.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I was like, bruh, that was painful. And then I laid down and I told Hassan, listen, like, distract me because I'm starting to get nervous now. And I looked up at the ceiling and guys, you know what I saw on the ceiling, bro?
What?
I saw drops of blood.
Fuck off.
Almost as if blood splattered onto the ceiling, bruv. I was like, Rod, you're not even going to clean it up. They probably didn't even clock it, bless them. Because they're not looking up. We're looking up, but they're not looking up.
That's really not promising.
Anyways, I was like, rah, sedate me. You know them ones. So anyways, they were like, oh, would you like to play any music? You know, we can hook up your phone to the Bluetooth.
Nice.
And I thought, rah, man, it's so different this time. They're asking us if we want to listen to music, like, rah. So obviously, holy month, Hassan was like, we'll play some Quran, innit?
Yeah.
For some reason, the Bluetooth suddenly wasn't working. So he played Quran in my ear. So he held the phone like this and he was playing Quran. And I'm thinking, okay.
They said the Bluetooth wasn't working as soon as you said you wanted to
he
play
couldn't connect
Quran.
all of a sudden.
Crazy. You should have said to him, yeah, I want to play some 80s music. And then let them connect and then whip out
All of a sudden it works.
Bismillah.
It's giving Islamophobia. I'm joking. But it wasn't working, innit? So he was just playing on my ear and he was like, oh, what surah do you want to play? I was like, how about you play Surah Nisa? This is something that you said as well. The surah about women.
Yeah.
So I was like, play that. So he was playing that. And while they were preparing me, I said to Hassan, keep distracting me. I don't want to have to think about the fact that they're going to cut me open any minute now. So anyways, as we're talking in that, the doctors and everyone, they were a bit too quiet for my liking. So I remember saying to Hassan, did they start yet? And then I heard one of them say, yeah, we started 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they were like, we've been started.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, this whole time.
Did you not hear like clink, clink, like clanging of like things?
They were quiet as hell, bro.
Wow.
They were so quiet.
That's mad.
And I was like, raw.
But you couldn't see them in it because you had your legs and then...
The shield was completely up.
Okay.
So while me and Hassan were just chatting away,
they just
started, huh?
Hassan not...
Nah, he was too shook. He was too shook, yeah. He was too shook.
I would have looked.
I asked him, I said, are you going to have a peek? Because my belly is going to be flat open. He was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, we had this really nice guy, the anesthetic guy. His name is Josh. Shout out to Josh, man. When I tell you, that guy, he deserves a raise. He deserves a promotion. Like, you know when you meet one of those people that are like really good at their jobs and they're such good people. And they deserve the world. Shout out to Josh. He will never see this.
You never know. What hospital was it?
Chelsea, innit? Where else?
Shout out to Josh from Chelsea Westminster Hospital.
For real, man. No, but he was genuinely beside my head the whole time and he was talking to me and Hassan and he was just so nice and just asking us about Jenna. How's your daughter? How old is she? Like just completely making our minds feel more at ease.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was monitoring my blood pressure and all of that. But he was such a nice guy. Like,
so sweet.
And he even checked up on me afterwards when I went to the recovery room. But anyways, shout out to Josh. But as I was laying there, I was like, bruh, like I am laying here fully naked.
Yeah, but you had the hospital gown on, no?
No, what do you mean?
No hospital gown. Tits out.
No, but the hospital gown was like all the way here, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
But
about to
a
say,
part
that's
of me
mad.
A part of me was like, bruh, like, I'm literally laying on this
You know what?
bed naked.
So yeah, I think we're the ones that care about stuff like that. You know, I feel like when they work in that kind of environment,
Yeah.
they done seen enough vaginas, they done seen enough stomachs, they done seen enough tits,
I know.
they done seen enough of everything.
They've seen everything.
Yeah,
man.
for them they probably don't even notice it. We're probably sitting there thinking, oh my god, my ass is out. They're probably thinking, oh yeah, we just got a patient.
Yeah, but it just those kind of things. Because the type of person I am, Nasra,
Yeah.
is even if I'm getting changed in a room full of women,
I swear.
I'm in the corner hiding.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, wallahi. I'm very shy.
I'm the total opposite.
I'm very shy.
If I had to get changed, I'll get changed here right now in front of you. I don't give a shit.
Bro, there are times where even my mum and my sister, we all getting changed in the same room. My mum's like, we all got the same titties. And I'm like, I'm shy. My mum's like, you literally came out of me. What are you shy for?
She's seen it all already.
I've seen it all. She was like, what are you hiding for? I said, I'm shy.
That is so funny.
Can you imagine? So
That's just you, innit?
So can you just imagine me on a table, just like, I'm deep in it. I'm like, Sawiya, don't think about it too much.
No, don't think about it.
Don't think about it too much. Anyways, yeah.
So with me, I'm the total opposite, bro. I have no qualms.
I can't. I'm so...
No qualms whatsoever.
It makes me cringe. Like, don't perceive me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. But, yeah, so anyways, I felt all the tugging and all of this and that. And then he was born. But this time, yeah, it was such a long process. They took their time because there was no emergency.
They were gentle.
They were gentle. They took their time. All the people that were cutting me up were women, which was nice to see.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
lovely.
only guy in the room was the guy that did the spinal. Josh.
Oh, that is lovely.
And even him, I respect him for this. He never once peeked over. He never once went around. He stayed right here, sat down beside my head, and I like that. But anyways,
that is so lovely.
Anyways, Adam comes out now. His name's Adam.
Someone did guess it, actually.
Someone did guess it.
I need to get back to you on that one. I'm going to get back to you on that one.
On the YouTube comment.
One of the YouTubers, yeah. I have to send them a message.
We have to.
Instagram us. Send us a message on Instagram if you're the person from YouTube.
Yeah. You guessed it right. It's
you
Adam.
did guess it right.
His name's Adam. So when he came out, straight away he started crying. And I was like, alhamdulillah.
Oh.
Because Jenna was not crying the first time.
I remember you said.
Yeah, she did not cry for a minute, fam. So he comes out. They're rubbing him down and all of that. And then they put him on my chest. Everything, like this time around, Nasra, everything was so different than the first. I didn't get to do that with Jenna because she wasn't crying. Yeah, just so many things were just different this time in a positive way, right?
Yeah.
So they brought him over. They put him on my chest. And I instantly knew something was off with the way he was crying. He looked a bit too blue for me as well. And he was grunting a bit too much. I clocked it, but I was like, but a part of me was like, something is a bit off.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's because the whole pregnancy was a shambles with the whole placenta situation.
Yeah.
I already got that in my head, so I was just kind of expecting something to happen. But I was right, because basically they realized that he wasn't breathing like properly. So he was using his stomach to breathe. Like his ribs were going in and out, yeah. So anyways, they put a cannula in him straight away. Like right there next to me while they were sewing me up. They put a cannula in both hands, and then they whisked us off to recovery. Get to recovery now. He's with me for like 2 minutes, and then they take him straight to ICU, NICU. So Hassan runs and goes with them. I'm literally in this bed in recovery. Obviously I can't move because I'm still numb, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, fuck, like I'm panicking. As soon as they said NICU, I was like, bruh, it's gonna be long, yeah. So Hassan comes back after like 20 minutes and he looks so sad and so tearful, bless him. And he comes to me and he's just quiet and I'm like, I looked at him, I was like, what's up? He's like, I'm like, can you fucking talk, bro? Like, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh my gosh, you've been sat there overthinking for how long?
And he was like, Adam's on oxygen. And I'm like, bruh. I was like, fuck. I was like, how am I gonna get to NICU? So I asked one of the nurses, and she was like, if you can move your legs, then we can put you on a wheelchair. So I had to wait like another hour.
Yeah.
I couldn't move my legs. I could only like feel my toes and move my toes a little bit, but I couldn't feel my legs. I had to wait like like an hour or so. They were like, we'll give you breakfast. You know, just don't worry, relax. Your baby's fine. He just needs extra support, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, eventually, when my legs were able to move, I got in a wheelchair and I went down to NICU. And my goodness, it's literally the saddest thing to see, wallahi. Like, he was strapped up on a fucking machine. And he had a tube going down his throat where they can feed him. And he was so small. And I'm looking at him and I'm just like, bruh. I was so sad. I was so sad. And he was in a little cubicle. And he ended up being in the ICU for about a week.
Yeah.
And it was fucking long, man. And I couldn't even like latch him on because he was in that little incubator thing. And they had to feed him through a tube. So I had to give them formula, which is jarring. They did obviously encourage me to like start expressing and stuff like that. And this time around, I was like, I'm actually going to try. I'm actually going to really push myself to do it because he's already poorly. And obviously breast milk is the best thing to give them, innit? So I was like, that's my motivation to just try. So I would go back to my room at night and just massage. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just massaging. And I started to see drops come out. So I'm using like a syringe and I'm collecting it. Bro, when I tell you, I filled up one whole syringe.
Nice.
It took me like an hour and a half. Each drop. Like I'm watching podcasts while I'm squeezing out little drops from my boobs, yeah? And I remember I saw the syringe and I was like, I'm going to go down to NICU. This was like almost midnight. Hassan went home and I was fresh. Like it was like a couple of hours after I went to see him, yeah? It was the same night. And I was like, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to give him the breast milk. Because I felt so accomplished. I never did this before. The first time around was a shambles.
And you got a whole syringe.
I got a whole syringe.
Well done.
I got a whole syringe of milk.
Well done.
So I got out of bed and I'm just doing the C-section waddle. And I'm walking. By the way, guys, oh my goodness. When I tell you, the recovery this time around.
How many days?
Fucking hell, man. It was so different, man.
How many days?
It took in total, the first couple of days it was just really sore. It wasn't painful. First time around with the emergency C-section, it was agony. Like there's levels. It was agony. I couldn't even like move, like even just like my waist, I couldn't move. This time around, it's just a bit sore, but I can walk. Do you get it? I can get out of bed by myself. Like I'm walking to NICU by myself. I'm waddling a little bit, but it's not as bad as the first time. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was completely fine. I would say it took me a week.
A week? Remember your friend that we were talking about the other time? And
Exactly.
she said, was it 9 days?
She said it was 9 days.
9 days?
Yeah.
A week? That's even better.
Bruh.
Oh,
I tell you,
Sawiya.
oh my God. Oh my God. I was so
A week
scared,
is
Masra.
amazing.
You know, I was so scared about the recovery. I was dreading it. I was like, oh my God, what if it's bad again like the first time? Alhamdulillah, man.
Alhamdulillah.
I feel like God really had me this time. I swear to God.
Alhamdulillah.
All my du'as. See God.
Ramadan.
Do you remember when I told you I have a good feeling about this?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You were literally saying like, oh, I have no worries. Like I feel very calm about this. Like,
Yeah.
don't feel
I
any
don't know
stress.
what it was, but I just felt like
At ease.
I felt at ease.
Yeah.
And it was ease. Like it was.
Alhamdulillah.
I was walking to NICU.
I'm so gassed
Like-
for you.
Like it was nothing. I was walking with my syringe. And I remember I gave it to the nurse. I said, look what I did. She was like, oh, amazing. Like they were so cute. And they put it in a little syringe thing and then it goes through the tube
Into
him. And I was like, as long as even if he gets just a little drop, like I need him to get some breast milk. He needs it right now. You know them ones.
baby.
But
Poor
I
Adam.
was, so the first couple of days, it was tough. And then I think I was there, I think the third day, they were like, yeah, we're going to discharge you. Yeah, your son's in the NICU, but we still have to discharge you. We need the bed. I said, for fuck's sake, like, you see how, do you remember when we were saying it's all about getting the beds? Like, you're in and out.
It is. It's about the bed.
Next person comes in, they kick you out. They're
It's
like,
a factory.
bye. It's like a factory, innit? So I said to the lady, look, respectfully, I've got a baby in NICU. I'm not comfortable to go home.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go home. And I was like, I didn't even poop yet. Do you know them ones? Like, you're supposed to poo first. I said, I didn't even poop yet. And she was like, listen, go down to NICU. They have rooms there that parents can stay in. Why don't you go and ask the staff to see if there's any rooms available? I said, oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, I said, I'll get back to you. I went to NICU and I inquired. I said, do you guys have any rooms available? And they were like, we have 2 rooms available. No, we have 2 rooms in the NICU, but they're both taken. And I was like, okay, so what do I do? And they were like, we actually have a thing called patient hotel next to the hospital. So you just have to go down to reception, pay a £20 deposit.
No way.
And you can stay right next to the hospital. And I was like,
no way.
I said, these lot are trying to discharge me. I'm not trying to go home.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah, I did. Bro, there's a patient hotel, guys. Inquire about that.
Oh my God, I did not know about that.
Yes.
Wow.
But I think they only do it for like, I think it's either for NICU parents or it's for people who, I think it's a priority thing. It's like if someone really needs to stay close by to the hospital, then that's when they offer it. But
only for 20 quid. That's for fun.
Yeah,
Did they give you a £20 back?
You get it back, bro. You get it back.
I love that beat.
So
was it right next door?
It's literally right next. You know where the ambulance area is?
Yeah.
The next street next to the hospital.
Wow.
There's flats there. Those flats, they literally they give it out to patients and their patients' parents.
That is so smart.
Yeah. So they were like, go downstairs.
Was local.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not trying to go all. I said I've just come out of a C-section. I'm not trying to go all the way home and come back every day and pay for parking.
Also, you live quite far from it, so
yeah. So
traffic, everything.
Yeah. So Hassan literally went to reception, got a key sorted. They discharged me, and I ended up staying in the patient hotel for another 3 days. So we were there a total 6 days. And yeah, man.
Would they let you stay there until your kid gets discharged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so you just have to keep going back to reception and say, add one more day. You know them ones. You have to just keep telling them that you're staying longer. But it was a scary week, but alhamdulillah, he was okay. And my milk came in, which is crazy. The milk was a whole nother situation because for me, it's basically my first time. Even though it's my second child, it's my first time actually breastfeeding. And I was fucking clueless, man. I didn't know what I was doing. So I'd latch him on. But in my head, I'm like, he's not getting enough, right? So I would top him up with formula. And I started doing that the first couple of days. And then the midwife came and she was asking me, how's the breastfeeding going? And I just literally vented to her. And I was like, listen, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm feeding him. Like I put him on the breast, but then I'm topping him up with a formula because I don't know how much he's getting from the breast. Like I'm not confident about the breast milk. So I said to her, how am I supposed to know
when he's full
how much he's getting? Yeah. This is what I need to. I need to know how much he's getting.
Yeah, but that's because you did formula the first time. Yeah. So you was used to numbers and quantities.
I want to see how much they're getting.
Yeah.
So I know that they're satisfied.
Breastfeeding is different.
Breastfeeding,
it's so different.
Pure vibes.
It's just
you just put them on, expecting them to be fed. Like
just vibes.
You don't know.
Oopsie. Sorry.
You better put that on silent.
There's somebody at my door.
I'm screaming.
No, like it's actually vibes.
No, honestly.
I know people who breastfed who said they would breastfeed their kid and then 10 minutes later their kid's hungry again.
So exactly. So what if you don't have milk in there?
No, you will have milk in there.
But okay, how do you know that?
Because they probably did it. They have 2 breasts, Salai. If it's not in one, it might be in the other.
Nasala, yeah. When I tell you, I was literally saying to this midwife, no, but I need to know.
Wait, what was she saying to you in return?
So it's basically, the midwife, bless her, she was just being supportive of what I wanted to do. Do you know them ones?
Okay.
So she was like, are you happy with topping him up with formula? Does that make you feel better? Does that help you mentally? I said, yes. She was like, then you're doing nothing wrong. Keep
Does that help you mentally?
She didn't say it like that. Does that make you feel better, bitch? But no, she was like, if that's what you are comfortable doing, keep doing that. She said,
combination, innit?
She was basically saying you are doing amazing, sweetie.
Aww.
You care about how much your child wants. You're doing amazing. If you feel comfortable topping him up with formula, do that.
You do an amazing, sweetheart.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I got someone else come to my mum's house because I was staying at my mum's, and it was a woman who specializes in feeding. So the midwife spoke to her and said, "Go check on her," because She needs help. So I got this really lovely woman from New York, come to the house, and she was like, she specializes in just feeding. She's only there to help me with the feeding. So she's like, all right, tell me everything, right? Them ones. So I told her all my concerns, and I said, listen, like, I don't know if I'm confident breastfeeding because I feel like he's still hungry, so I top him up, blah, blah, blah. And then she started asking me questions. She was like, do your breasts leak? And I was like, yes, they leak like a motherfucker. Like, I was like, literally, my t-shirts are always wet. And then she goes, you've got milk. Like, she was so passionate. She was like, oh my God, so you've got milk. She was like, what's wrong? No, she didn't say what's wrong with you, but she was basically saying, you have milk. Like, why are you overthinking it?
Yeah.
Like, give yourself some credit. Like, you're doing amazing type of thing. Yeah. She was so passionate about my boobs. Like, it was so cute. Yeah. And then she goes, can I observe you feeding your baby?
Yeah.
I just want to see how he latches on and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, cool. And then I put him on my breast and he latched on and he was just suckling on and, you know, drinking up the milk.
Yeah.
And she points at his neck. And she's like, can you see that he's gulping? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. She was like, watch his neck. Is he swallowing? Is he gulping? I was like, yeah. She was like, what do you think he's drinking? I was like, gagged. I was gagged.
That's mad.
I was gagged.
I
was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you've got a good point.
Mubarak.
It's like, you've got a good point there. He's drinking something. It's got to be the milk. So then she was just like, I have nothing to say to you. Like, everything's perfect. The way he's latched on is perfect. He's gulping it up. Your boobs are leaking. She was like, get your head, get out of your own head. Like, she was like, stop overthinking it. You're doing amazing. You know them ones? And I was just like, oh.
You know, that's the support
This is what I needed.
That's the support you needed when you had Jenna.
Oh, don't even get me started.
That is the kind of support you needed when you had Jenna.
Don't even get me. Instead, what did I get?
A smear test. Smear test appointment.
No, not the smear test. The first health visitor that came straight away, or the first midwife. Do you remember when I said that she fucked up my red book and she said that I was breastfeeding just fine? Do you remember that? When I wasn't breastfeeding.
I remember.
Yeah. So she fucked up. And that's why no one really supported me after that, because they thought, yeah, she's fine. My goodness. This time around, when I tell you guys, it was the opposite of the first time. Everything went smoothly.
Also, you're more vocal this time. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Being vocal is so important because otherwise, how are people going to know? You know?
Yeah. That's true, man. You're wiser the second time, innit? Like, you know.
I'm so glad it went smoothly for you, wallahi. How are you feeling, like, postpartum wise?
I feel fine.
Blues?
Nothing's changed, no.
You don't feel bad? And I'm so glad. I can see it in your face that you don't feel miserable. I can actually see it.
Yeah, honestly, man. I don't know what it is, man.
I think the first time the PPD was like, it was like a culmination of like one thing going wrong after another.
Yeah.
And, you know, like in life, I don't know about you, but in life with me, when multitude of things go wrong, one after the other, like I can't keep up because I'm trying to get over the very first thing that went wrong.
Yeah.
And then 10 other things have gone wrong after. So now I'm like grieving that first one or getting over that first one is already taking me a long time. But now I'm like, I have another 10.
It's like a domino effect.
You know what I mean? It's even like, you know, when you're in uni and you have an assignment and then you're 5 minutes later, you have 7 more assignments.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get through all of these assignments?
Yeah.
It's the same feeling. I have the same issue in life. When there's everything piled on top of each other, it just gets so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And that's when you end up not wanting to leave your house, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to speak to people. Like you're in your own head. You're trying to get out of your own head.
And on top of that, you're not getting any sleep.
Exactly.
You're literally in so much pain from the recovery and there's so many things on top of that. Do you know what I mean? But this time around, my goodness, it was just so... It's just going too well a little bit. Do you know what I mean? I'm sleep deprived, don't get me wrong. But even with the sleep deprivation, like at night, I just don't sleep because I know that I'll be able to take naps during the day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I'm at my mum's house, My mum, obviously, she goes to work. My dad goes to work, but he's in and out of the house. My brother's home. But Hassan comes every morning, takes Adam downstairs, and I'm just go to sleep. Do you know what I mean? So my night is my day is my night. Like, do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with staying up all night. So it doesn't affect me too much. And also I feel like because it was Ramadan, yeah, I didn't feel so alone at night because everyone's awake having suhoor.
Exactly.
My dad goes downstairs. He's up all night reading Quran, listening to Quran.
Oh.
My mum, she's not fasting, bless her. She's diabetic, but she will still wake up for Fajr and that. My brother's downstairs making food. It felt like I wasn't alone at night. Do you get it?
Oh.
Ramadan was like I can't explain it, man. This month was almost like, because I wasn't fasting or praying, Ramadan still felt like a companion, a good companion. It felt like a friend that came, you know?
Oh, you're going to make me fucking cry. Oh, my God. I'm going to cry. I can feel the tears coming. She said Ramadan felt like a companion and a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
Wallahi, Ramadan actually felt like a friend to me, man. I can't even lie to you, man.
That's your du'as that I've just come in clutch, bro.
Do you remember when you remember I was saying to you lot in the group chat, I was like, I'm so sad Ramadan is leaving, because even though I wasn't fasting or praying, I felt the most connected this year.
Can we talk about
than
that?
I ever did before.
Let's talk about that, because
this year hit different. I don't know what it was.
For you, this year hit different, but for me, I think this was the worst Ramadan I've ever had in my life.
Why?
Wallahi, like, I think it was genuinely, I don't think I've ever felt more disconnected. And I think that's why what you just said nearly made me cry, because Ramadan has always been like that for me. It's always been like, I've always felt sad that it's going to leave. And I've always felt like, oh man, Ramadan is the most beautiful month in the whole year. But I don't know what it is, but this year I've had the hardest time. I don't know if it's because I was by myself. My mum had to go look after her mum. So I don't know if it's because I was by myself, or I don't know, it just wasn't hitting this year for me in the slightest. I felt disconnected. I felt spiritually disconnected. I felt nothing.
Did you feel like you needed people around you?
Astaghfirullah. I don't know if it's wrong for me to say this, but astaghfirullah, subhanallah. I don't mean it in a bad way, but fasting felt like a burden to me this year. Like, fasting felt like I literally, in the middle of Ramadan, was like, I can't wait for Ramadan to be over. Like, fasting felt like an absolute burden to me this year. My kid got sick, like, towards the end of Ramadan. Hannah got sick and had to take her to the hospital. We were in the hospital for like a whole night and a whole day. And it was, you know what kept happening to me as well? Because I was working at the same time. I'd go to work, I'd pick her up from school, we'd go back home, I'd have iftar. And then when I'm doing bedtime routine, I'd have like, you know, like a snack, like basic snacks. Like maybe I'd have like a little bit of soup, or like just a slice of toast or something just to break my fast, a date, maybe like a sandwich or anything that I had, like maybe some eggs. And then I'd go put her to sleep and I'd pass out at 7 p.m. Like, I broke fast 1 hour ago. I didn't eat anything all day since before that, like Maghrib before that, before Fajr, the day before. So I was fasting all day, and then I've passed out at 7 p.m. And then I've woken up, I've not heard any of my alarms. Like, I've ignored all of them.
So you missed suhoor?
I've woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
My goodness. So
from the night before, I had, let's say, some scrambled eggs and a bit of sabayad, paratha or roti or a bit of bread. For those who don't speak Somali, I'm going to sneeze.
Pineapples.
You got to cut that out.
Wait. I'm not cutting that out.
Crisps just went all over my hand and my clothes. Oh my God.
I find it funny when I hear people sneeze.
You know, I was holding back.
Because I want to know how people sneeze.
I was holding back. My sneeze is like, rah, rah, rah. I was holding back. That one was me being respectful. Yeah. Literally, I would knock out and then I would wake up again at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm waking up like throat is dry, stomach is killing me.
Yikes.
Like, I felt finished. And I'm legit like, I have to go to work. I could not survive that. There's no way on God's green earth I was going to survive that. I wasn't even going to try. Oh no, astaghfirullah, I did try. Sorry, I did try. The first time it happened, I was like, okay, you missed it. Get over it. Just go to work. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Did I not get a migraine? Did I not develop a migraine, Sawiya, that lasted 2 days? I developed a migraine that lasted 2 days. Like, I actually could not, like, I was struggling to see. I developed a migraine that lasted for 2 days. After that, I was like, if I miss it, I miss it. I'm not fasting the next day.
Yeah.
And then I'd skip the next day. And literally, it was like a pattern. It just kept happening, like, throughout the whole of Ramadan. And my mum asked me, what did she ask me the other day? She goes, how many days did you fast in total? I swear to God, I probably touched 10 days in the whole of Ramadan. I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, I'm gutted about it. Wallahi, I'm really sad about it because I love Ramadan. Yeah. But I swear I touched probably about 10 days. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm sorry. I know it's funny, innit? Wallahi, my mum said, what did my mum call me?
I'm so sorry.
She called me. She named me something. What did she call me? She gave me a name. She was very, very rude about it as well. 10 days, wallahi. I probably touched 10 days.
Oh my God. You know, you should have just taken the L. I can't lie.
Taking the L?
You should have just fasted, man.
And had another 2 days of migraine. Nah.
But listen.
May.
I wasn't, so okay, I couldn't fast this
I took the L. So I took the L.
But 6 p.m. seemed easy.
No, but 6 p.m. is calm, but then I have to go to work. I'm at work. I'm travelling on the bus to go South London to go work. And then I'm coming back.
Why do you knock out so early? Why don't you just have a fat meal?
No, because I was exhausted. Do you get what I mean? And I'm saying to myself, I want to eat in peace. I don't want to eat with her. I was, mummy. Yeah. And then a couple of times, like, I said to myself, cool, I'm going to eat before I knock out because I know I'm going to knock out, right? Guess what? By the time I've finished eating and I've got my food and everything, it's 9 p.m. She's still awake. Why are you awake at 9 p.m.? As a 4-year-old, why are you walking around my house at 9 p.m. talking about mummy? 9 o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to weigh it out. I had to say to myself, look, I'm literally doing everything by myself. I have to do everything in the house by myself. I also have to go to work. When I tried to explain this to my mum, she was not having it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're cutting yourself slack? She was not having it.
Yeah.
Ramadan as a mum, like, I don't know. And you know as well, I saw a post, that it made me cry. I saw it on Instagram. It was a lady and she said, you might have spent your whole Ramadan, like, you know, running around after your children and you might feel very low spiritually. But she goes, this is not going to last forever. And there's going to be, she showed like a timeline of like the mum running around in this Ramadan and then the next Ramadan they were a little bit older and then the next Ramadan they were a little bit older. And then by the end of it, you just see her with her salah clothes and she's like reading Quran the whole of Ramadan. And that it made me feel like it warmed my heart up. And I was like, yo, it's not gonna last forever. And that thought that it's not gonna last forever is what kept me going throughout the whole of Ramadan. That's what kept me going. But you know, ironically, alhamdulillah, other Ramadans, I've struggled, like obviously being a single mum when I wasn't working and stuff, struggled financially. And I was unable to actually donate the amount of money that I wanted to donate to charity or to building a masjid or to orphans and orphanages or whatever. Like I was struggling. This year, bro, Allahumma barak, the most sadaqah and zakat I've ever given in my entire life this Ramadan. So I feel like on one hand, I've done really well. And on the other hand, I might have fucked up a few times. But I mean, then I saw another video that I'm not going to lie, I'm not wrong and strong. I'm not wrong and strong. However, I saw a video that made me think, oh, I guess you're all right, right? And the video said, Allah, he... the reason why we're on this planet and we're the Ummah of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is because we're sinners. We're humans and we're sinners, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we all completely stopped sinning, Allah would wipe us out and replace us with people who sinned.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, well, I mean, could just say sorry, I lie. I'm gonna just say sorry, no?
You're gonna make up those fasts?
Oh no, of course, obviously I'm gonna make up the fasts. But do you know what it is? It's wallahi, I didn't do it on purpose. Genuinely, I love Ramadan, innit? I weren't doing it on purpose. But it was a combination of my mum not being around, going to work, and also having my kid.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there was the time that her dad usually picks her up. He couldn't 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
1 week he couldn't. He had something. And I knew it. We pre-planned it from before that. I knew that he weren't going to come that week.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turned out that he didn't see her for a whole month. So I had her on my own for a whole month. And I know some people out here, they do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it was a first. It was a first in a very long time.
Yeah, because your mum was also away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my mum was also gone.
Yeah.
I had a lot of help from our friend, innit?
Shout out Zainab.
Shout out Zainab.
Bless her, man.
Big shouts out to Zainab. I had a lot of help from Zainab, wallahi.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. She would like make me care packages and bring me like food with like a little note in it. And it was just, I swear at one point I read it, I opened it and I saw this food and I saw the note and I actually burst into tears. Like it was, where do you get friends like that, man? If you don't have friends like that, you need to make some
about
dua.
it. I didn't know you struggled like this, man.
Bro,
I wish you told us, man.
You know what it is? I was struggling with it and I was saying to myself, this is your L. Do you get it?
Yeah.
It felt like it was my own L.
Yeah.
Like I did try with the fasting when I missed just the iftar and the suhoor, and that migraine that I got, it was a 2-day long migraine, and I said to myself, yo, I don't want to be experiencing this, because if imagine I have a long migraine, yeah, or imagine I pass out and I'm the only one with my kid, and there's nobody else here, and Zainab don't have a spare key to my house. Like, Hannah don't have a spare, you don't have a spare key. Do you know what I mean? No one has a spare key to my house. Yeah. Like, imagine I just pass out and I can't, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about all of those scenarios and then I was like, nah, man, Allah will forgive me. I'll make it up, Allah will forgive me. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
It's
all about intention. You know, like it's not a case where you're just like, nah,
so
I don't want to fast for no legit reason.
I swear to God,
do you know what I mean?
My mum was taking it like that, but it weren't like that at all. I was gutted. Like, I was walking around, like, drinking my water or whatever at work, and I was feeling, like, sad. And then people will come in and be like, even the non-Muslims will come in and be like, oh, are you not fasting today? In my head, I'm like, fuck you. Why are you asking me that? Like, you know them ones, I'm like, what the fuck? Is it your business? Like, but then I'm like, it's still Ramadan, that's what calm down. I'm like, no, not today. No, not today. But the back of my head, I'm like, oh, man, fuck.
Yeah.
You know them ones?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll make the intention and then I'll knock out, having not eaten enough or like I had 1 glass of water and then I passed out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. And I am someone who drinks a lot of water. I drink a lot of drinks during the day. So I was already dehydrated. My lips were chapped and crackling and I was thinking, this is not it.
Sorry, man. Well, I didn't know you struggled, man.
I was struggling, bruv.
Bless you, Malai.
Alhamdulillah.
But
I'm really happy that you had a good one though. It makes me so happy when people have good Ramadans.
Yeah, I think it's because I didn't want to make myself feel disconnected. So I pushed myself to like listen to lectures.
That's beautiful.
And I think I just tried to really hold on to it. Do you get what I'm saying? Omar Suleiman, his series, banging.
I love him.
My goodness, I love him.
I
Omar
love
Suleiman.
that man so much. Allahumma barik. I love him.
His storytelling.
Oh my God. Just, you know what? It's a combination of everything. His voice, his storytelling, and like how sweet he is.
Production.
And he's so
cinematic. Yeah.
I feel like he's such a nice person.
He is, yeah.
He seems like such a sweetheart.
Allahumma barik. No, I spent a lot of nights just reflecting, let's just say that, doing dhikr and stuff. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I did actually start listening to the Digital Sisterhood.
Hey.
So I was avoiding the Digital Sisterhood for ages because every time these guys would listen to an episode, they'd be like, I'm crying. I'm in tears. Like, this touched my heart and I can't stop crying. And I was going through a thing where like I was avoiding everything that would trigger me. I was like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry for no reason. I'm going to avoid. So I avoided it for so long. But this Ramadan, I don't know, on my journeys, I was like,
it's a nice listen. Like, it's emotional.
Don't get me wrong, I was sat on the bus crying. Yeah, yes, I was.
Hella emotional.
But it was like, I was doing this, I was like,
yeah,
looking around like, please don't look at me.
Yeah, literally. No, Digital Sisterhood is banging. I need to catch up on it. It's a couple of episodes out.
Oh, I'm way behind. I'm like in the first like 5.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy it. I wish I could go back and listen again for the first time.
No way.
Oh, the first season banged.
No way.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, Ramadan was nice, man. It was nice. Alhamdulillah. But in terms of like PPD, baby blues, none of that touched me, man.
I love that. Alhamdulillah.
So much better, man. It's crazy. And the sweetest thing is, when I announced it on Instagram, I got so many messages from people. And this is how you know people are watching our YouTube. Because I got so many messages from people where they're like, is it better than the first time?
Oh, yes.
And people are like, how are you doing? Like, how was it? Like, was it better than the first time? How was it like? Like, I was just like, raw. So
people actually watch.
People actually care. And they know what happened the first time.
You know how sweet that is? Like, literally, we have the most like loyal people, wallahi, because there's so many times where I'll go on our Instagram and people are fully like engaged in conversation with us.
Yeah.
I feel like having that connection with our viewers is really nice.
Yeah. And I always take the time out to message people back.
Yeah.
Every DM we get, I respond to it. And I just chat with them, innit? I just chat with people. But yeah, man.
They're really sweet.
Shout out to our followers and that.
Honestly, like there's sometimes when people will message me, like not on our official account, but like let's say I'll jump on TikTok live and someone will be like, I love your podcast, Nasra. You and Sawiya got me through some hard times. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally there like about to cry and I'm like, hold it together, Nasra. Man. It makes me so happy, honestly.
It does.
When we get when's the next episode coming out? Yeah, I love those.
I love it. Wallahi, I love it so much, man. But no, my experience this time, guys, was so different, man. But I feel like because it was so different, there's a however. There's a big however.
Okay.
Because it was so good, there's like this guilt also.
What kind of guilt?
Because I already feel like I've bonded with Adam.
Oh, okay.
And with Jenna, it wasn't like that, right? So sometimes I do feel a little bit like, I wish I gave that to her. Even though she doesn't remember how she was like three years ago. But part of me is like, when I look at her, I'm like, I wish I was this mentally stable when I had you. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was good the first time. Like, I feel like that first year with Jenna was, like, I didn't appreciate it. Do you get it?
I get you.
And on top of that, basically Jenna's been staying at my in-laws like every weekend or so. And then she goes home with Hassan as well. So when she came and she met her brother, at first she was really excited. She knows his name is Adam, but she refers to him as baby brother all the time.
Oh.
I want to see baby brother. I want to give baby brother a big hug. I want to give, like, it's just the cutest thing. But she was really excited when she first saw him. But then as days went on, anytime I was holding him or breastfeeding him, burping him, my goodness, Nasra, it's so heartbreaking. She's so sad. She is so sad. Like, she loves her baby brother, but it's like, don't touch him. You know them ones? Keep him over there on the little cushion on the sofa. I don't want to see you holding him. So it's like, how am I supposed to feed him, Jenna?
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
This is normal though.
No, it actually breaks your heart.
This is so normal though.
Yeah, but one time I was feeding him and she literally, you know when they do that face? The lips are quivering. She's like, Mommy, are you my... She said, are you my friend?
Are you my friend? Oh my God. With their little minds.
When I tell you, I wanted to dash Adam across the room and give her a hug.
Oh my God.
Are you mad? I said, Jenna, you were here first. All right? Like, I will always love you. Come on. And I had to keep telling her, Jenna, I will always love you.
Are you my friend?
You're the best big sister.
I'm your best friend.
She's so sad when she sees me holding him. And in her head, she got it in her head that this baby belongs to mummy. I'm with daddy. Do you get it? So she already separated us. She was like, I'm with daddy. That's your kid. I've cut the ties now. Like, she's disowned me, low key. That's the energy I'm getting. And it's so sad. It's so sad, man.
You know what you need to do? I think they say spend 10 or 20 minutes with your firstborn by themselves, away from the baby, every day.
I did that, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
One time she said, Mummy, let's go upstairs. I said, okay. We went upstairs. And then she was like, let's play hide and seek. She's never asked me to play hide and seek ever. So we played hide and seek. And she was just so happy. And I just felt even more sadder. I was like, oh.
That's all they need.
And I always, I give her hugs and kisses. Bro, she's a grown-ass woman compared to this baby. Like, when I pick her up, I'm like, rah.
Yeah, but she's still a baby.
But she's like, I want to be on your lap. She just wants me to cuddle her. Like, she thinks she's a full-grown baby. Like, she's just cuddling her. It's just the saddest thing, man. It's so sad. Like, to her eyes, you can see it in her eyes.
Oh, stop it.
It's so sad, man.
Yeah, but you know what? I think for you, it's even more sad because she's showing it in sadness.
Yeah.
Other kids, they show it in like, I'm going to punch this baby.
Yeah.
Other kids show it in,
Bruh.
let's dash the baby off the sofa and get rid of it.
Alhamdulillah. Wallahi,
Listen,
some babies...
I know someone who their kid said to them when she had the second one, her firstborn said to her, can we put this baby in the bin? Like, let's put in the bin. Like, let's get rid of it. Can we throw the baby out the window?
Oh my
Do you know stuff like that? Like, at least she's sad.
Yeah.
But she'll get over it.
I'll take the sadness, bruv.
She'll get over it. She's not punching him.
No, she's so
right?
gentle with him, man.
Oh.
Like, and the thing is, I always get her to help me out. Like, when I'm changing the nappy, I'm like, Jenna, grab me the wipes, grab me the nappy, and she's happy to help. And she'll like stroke his head, and she'll be like, baby brother. She's so gentle with him.
You know,
but it's like, don't pick him up. I don't want to see you pick him up. You know them ones. He could be here, but as soon as you pick him up, we're fighting. That's when she actually deeps it. She doesn't want to see me
interacting with him and
like
holding you be
him.
his mummy.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're her mummy.
Bro, one time I picked him up here. I gave him a little kiss on the head. She lost her shit. I said, shit. I was like, okay. I dashed him. I said, come here. Dashed him, bro. I said, come here. Get the fuck out of here, man. Well, like, man.
You know, I gave him a kiss on the head and she lost it.
Well, she was like, oh my.
Jenna.
She said, how dare you? Well, she fully cried. She sat on the floor.
No.
She cried, man.
She cried.
She fully cried.
Poor baby.
And I felt so bad.
Oh, I would have laughed. I'm not going to lie to you. I would have laughed.
No, I genuinely wanted to cry, man. Like, no, it's actually fully...
That's so funny.
I was so sad, man.
Poor
I felt bad
Jenna.
for him. I felt guilty for having another baby, fam. I was just like, bruh.
You know when he actually like starts interacting with her and crawling and like being an actual baby.
Yeah.
She will be so gassed. She'll love him. She'll forget. She'll go over this.
Yeah.
She'll come out of this.
I just hope
it's just a phase.
Lasts a couple of months, not years. Some people say it lasts years.
Years.
Yeah, because you remember when I posted a story so that our followers could give me some advice, because I was like, yo,
I
like, my
remember.
toddler. Yeah, do you remember? I said my toddler is basically jealous and blah blah blah. What should I do?
Oh my
Bro,
God.
some girl was like, mine lasted 2 years.
2 years is nuts.
So she had a baby when her baby was 2. Well, she had a baby when her toddler was 2, and her toddler was jealous up until they were 4. Listen, when my brother was born, I was 4. And at that time, I thought, I'm the youngest, right? It was just me and my sister. All of a sudden, my brother comes out of nowhere, and then I used to steal his bottles and drink it. I'm going to...
As a 4-year-old?
I'm going to school.
As a big 4-year-old?
Big 4-year-old potty trained, and I'm drinking SMA.
That's so deep.
Yeah, the jealousy was mad, man.
Listen, I don't think mine gives a shit, you know? I genuinely don't think mine gives a shit. I think if I was... Because so many times I've held other babies, I've been around other kids, and like, she just looks at me like this. and then she keeps it moving. Well, like, she does not give a shit.
Really?
She does not care. If I was to have another kid right now, I don't think she'd give a shit. I think she'd be gassed.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be nice for life.
But she's 4.
Yeah.
She's bigger than Jenna.
I hope she's not like me. I was 4.
I mean, there's no husband in the works, so it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah. Nah, man. But yeah, it's just, that's the only thing I would say that's making me sad. But other than that, wallahi, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm actually really good. Get back to me in a couple of months. No, I'm joking. Astaghfirullah, please. Hopefully.
You'll be fine.
But what's it called?
I think when you have a bad start, it
gets worse. Yeah.
Domino effect, you know, over the next few months, next year. But when you have a good start, like, you're going to have, of course, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have loads of problems.
Yeah.
But going into the problems already having a bit more sleep and being a bit more level-headed and emotions being calm, you know, it's a very big advantage. Wallahi, it's a very big advantage.
Yeah.
Just make sure you get as much sleep as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Because the sleeping part is so important. I think that's the root of all of the depression, is the sleep.
Yeah. When you're not sleeping, fam, you lose your mind.
You literally will lose your mind.
That's why I just didn't feel bad at all. Hassan will come take the kid. I'm sleeping until Maghrib, fam. Like, the whole day's gone. I'm sleeping. And I don't feel bad.
I mean, he's going to go back to work eventually.
Exactly. So I'm going to use up all my time,
You need to.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to work eventually.
Yeah, man. But alhamdulillah, man. All I can say is alhamdulillah.
I'm so gassed for you.
But that's it, guys, really. Like, I've been having a good time, man.
I'm really happy. This makes me really happy.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.